Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I just wanted to talk a little bit about kind of my experience the last couple weeks. Obviously there has been a lot of social distancing, so I ultimately decided that what I needed was to just take a couple weeks off, really focus on resting and recuperating. I spent a long time focusing on trying to find another job because I actually got laid off earlier in January, partially. So that part of this whole experience has not been new to me. So I've been pushing pretty hard to make that happen, and I just was really burnt out. So I took a couple weeks off, and this is what I learned. So first, and probably one of the biggest things that came with taking a couple of weeks off was just sleeping. Like, that's something that nobody ever gets enough of, and I really focused on just resting. If I needed to take a nap, I took a nap, and it was great. And pretty immediately after doing that, I noticed a difference. It still took a while, and obviously there was still a bit of lethargy from the social isolation. That's all part of the grieving process as far as like losing your lifestyle and things like that, but that hasn't been too bad for me. But mostly it just, it made a huge difference as far as how I felt, and then really as far as the clarity, like mental clarity and everything like that, helped a lot. So yeah, I mean, I know this is something that of course we all know, we all need more sleep, but it was nice to finally get it. The second thing, and it was actually something that I was a little more concerned about recently, was my creativity. I was running into a lot of creativity blocks and just not feeling motivated or inspired and having a hard time coming up with ideas and things like that. So yeah, I don't know, that was kind of something I wanted to see if taking this break would help with, and it was kind of astounding. It was like an on-off switch. After about even just a week, I started feeling more inspired and motivated. And then definitely after a week and a half, 2 weeks or so, I mean, I have so many ideas now, and I'm feeling so much more inspired. I don't have that creativity block like I did. I'm sure I could probably still do with some more resting and giving myself a break, but I feel much more ready to create things and come up with stories and things like that. The third thing was kind of a habit change that I really wanted to focus on, especially since now I have time. I don't really have an excuse not to, and that was working out. So there was actually a deal a little while back with Center, which is Chris Hemsworth's program, and so I signed up for that. It was 6 weeks free, which was different. I think their normal deal is like a week free or something like that, but for all of the social distancing and things like that, they decided to go ahead and do 6 weeks free. So I signed up for that and just thought I would give it a shot. I figured, if it even just gives me some ideas of workouts to do, that'll be great. We'll see. And I really liked it, actually. It's nice because a lot of the workouts are like 20 minutes or 30 minutes, which is a big thing for me. I don't want to spend 45 minutes doing a workout and then I have to shower, and it turns into overall, including, bringing the mat out and everything like that, it can be like an hour and a half venture just for this one workout, and I have to do this on a regular basis. I hate that. So it's really nice that they have a lot of HIIT workouts, as well as they also have HIRT, which is H-I-R-T, not the other kind of hurt, although, but those are more focused on, it's a high intensity, but it's focused on fat burning and things like that, which weight loss is one of my goals, so that's been really nice to see that they have a lot of those workouts, and again, they're only like 20 minutes, so I'm pretty much done in an hour at most with everything, the setup and, showering and things like that. It's great, and I've been feeling a lot better, and I've already noticed a difference. I've been doing this for probably 2.5 weeks or so, and I've definitely noticed a huge difference. I feel stronger, I did a workout today actually, and I wasn't quite as tired as I have been in the past, so obviously my endurance is getting better. It's pretty nice. I'm excited to see where it goes with this. I have noticed a bit of a difference as far as weight loss. Not weighing myself because I'm building muscle, so I did weigh myself a few times at the beginning and realized that there was no point to that because obviously my weight is changing with the shift there. But just noticing the difference in my body when I look in the mirror or when I film videos, things like that. I am seeing more tone to different parts of my body, so that's really cool. But yeah, I'm really excited to see where I go with that. I actually might keep the program. It kind of depends. I have to double check how much it costs again, but I might decide to just stick with it because I really liked it, and I think that it is making a difference, so we'll see. But yeah, I've been super excited, super proud of myself for doing that and sticking with it. I don't generally go more than a day without working out. I'll usually alternate. I think only once have I gone 2 days in a row without working out, and then I got right back into it that next day because I was like, gotta do it. Another huge one, which seems like it wouldn't necessarily be a thing, but I'm sure some of you out there are experiencing it, it's just my mental state. Ultimately, weirdly enough, I'm happier than I was before all of this stuff started. And I think part of that was kind of accepting the situation. Obviously, I had a head start to accept the situation because I had already lost some of my income, so it wasn't such a shock to my system. But yeah, I just accepting it and then deciding that I needed that break, giving myself that space, giving myself permission to take that break really helped to reduce my stress. The first few days I still definitely felt stressed. I still had a lot of it. I was taking a lot of magnesium. I use a brand called Calm because it really helps with stress. So like if I start having panic attacks or anxiety attacks or anything like that, then I know that's probably a good sign that I need magnesium and I'm short on that. Yeah, and just the first few days I still had to focus on that. I still had to focus on relaxing. It was a total mental shift because I still felt like I should be looking for jobs or working on things, stuff like that. And I had to force myself to stop, slow down, and remind myself that this was a rest period. I didn't need to be doing any of that stuff. And just, trusting that things would have to work out. I think at that point I had already accepted that this was going to be a long-term thing, that isolating and the job stuff, because it's just, pandemics don't just go away super fast. So, but it's been astounding. It just really made me a lot happier to accept that and to take that time to rest, and it's been pretty astounding. I've been in a really good mood lately. And that actually kind of brought me to another part. It really opened up space for me to think about what I want to do in the future. Really focusing on, I want to be creative. I'm a creative person. I love telling stories in various formats. Obviously, I do videos on TikTok like I talk about, and it's pretty much all story-based. I create stories. I join in with other people's stories and worlds and create these characters. It's kind of like, if you're not familiar with it, what a lot of people are using TikTok for is essentially digital LARPing, which is astounding and super fun and an amazing thing that we can do in this technology time. But yeah, I realized that I definitely want to focus on creative stuff, and so this, though not a great situation, obviously, with the virus and everything going around, is interestingly enough giving me the space I need to do that. It's kind of nice to know that while yes, I'm going to keep an eye open for jobs that come up, there is an understanding that obviously the market is in turmoil. There's a lot of people that are going to be looking for jobs right now. So yeah, it's just not a great market. And so accepting that and then saying, okay, well, I'm going to apply for anything that interests me, but otherwise I'm going to really focus on creating and things like that. I really want to write another book. I have one like half done and I have an idea for another. I've just not been writing. So it's something, and again, this is all the motivation. Again, this is the whole overall mental state that I feel more ready to start working on that stuff. So that's pretty exciting. I'm pretty stoked about that. The final thing is I knew that I was, as far as on the introverted, extroverted scale, I knew that I was a little more in the extroverted side, but this process has really taught me that I'm probably a little more introverted than I realized, because we're now, gosh, I can't think of when I started isolating. I've probably been in isolation for 3 to 4 weeks now, and I'm only just this past weekend missing actual in-person interaction. I've still chatted with people, I text friends, and interacting with people on TikTok or online and different, on different platforms and things. That's really helped. But yeah, we're starting to move into that period where I miss, going to happy hour with my friends and just getting out and going to do stuff with people. So we'll see. But it is nice to know that I am a little more introverted, and so it has been really good to take this restful period. And now I have a real solid excuse, so I don't have to feel like a lame friend. But yeah, overall, the past 2 weeks have just been really good, and I definitely recommend that if you are in a situation where you can take that time, and it's not a perfect situation. Could I use more income? Yes, for sure. But also recognizing that that is something that might not change immediately, and so I'm going to take advantage of this situation to take care of myself for a little bit, give myself that space, I think is really important, and I think that's something that a lot of people probably could use right now, whether or not they will do it, but hopefully they will. I've seen some other people doing similar things, finding space for themselves, finding areas in their home that they weren't really using and making it nicer. Definitely seeing a lot of home improvement, which is cracking me up. But yeah, I think it's interesting, and I'm really curious to see what culture is going to look like, what society is going to look like on the other side of all of this. Because I just see people going for walks and everything seems a little more leisurely, and I have to wonder how much of that we're going to want to keep. Yeah, I don't know. That should be really interesting. So we'll see. But ultimately, those are the things that I learned during my 2 weeks of staycation, forced staycation, I guess. But yeah, go ahead and tell me, have you done anything like this? Are you thinking about doing anything like this? If you've done it, what have you noticed? If you are thinking about doing it, do you have any ideas of what you're looking forward to or any questions about it? Just put all that in the comments. I would love to see kind of your thoughts. And if you like this video, give it a like, give it a thumbs up. That's really helpful. And if you are interested in seeing any more of my videos, go subscribe. I do a variety of stuff. This one's a little more vlog style, which I will probably be doing a little bit more. I already do some vlog style anyway, but I'll probably be doing some more anyway, just kind of talking about my experience, and especially I want to talk more about my journey as I start to move towards being a creative person professionally, fingers crossed. So yeah, feel free to subscribe and check out my other videos. But otherwise, I hope you all have a great day. I hope that everything is not too chaotic or stressful, and just remember, if you need to take a moment and step step away from everything. Give yourself that space, even if it's stepping out for a walk while maintaining a distance around yourself. I think that's great. I know 6 feet is the normal standard. There was an article that was talking about really ideally 13 feet is great. So I would just, if you're really trying to avoid all of this and you've been kind of afraid to go outside, just give yourself that 13 feet. Maybe try to figure out a place where not a lot of people are going, and then that's a good spot to go to. But otherwise, I hope you all stay safe, and I'll see you all next week.